POPAVIST made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes. They go, ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Hey. Ooh la la,
Ah wee wee.
ooh la la,
Ah wee wee.
hey.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
With the 2-step.
Ah wee wee.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Ooh la.
Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like where the bread. You know the vibes. What it do, YouTube? You now tuned in. POPAVIST. POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. If it's your first time, then don't let it be your last. Before you leave, kindly hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so when I upload the videos like this, you get alerted. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel since day uno, then you know how we do. You know how we start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is all the way in the end game, people. We all the way in the end game. You know why we in the end game today? Cause it's New York in the house. It's Brooklyn in the house. Uptown in the house. Staten Island in the house. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that part. The New York Knickerbockers, like the New York Lotto is 1.5 million. The New York Knicks is on a 9-game win streak, folks. Gotta start the show off with that. Because we getting closer to this chip being eaten. You know what I'm saying? This little hot chip right here. Told y'all the Knicks go 10-0. Then we gonna eat the hot chip challenge. I ain't gonna bullshit y'all. I'm gonna eat it, but I'm just not gonna do it during Ramadan. Y'all have to wait till after Ramadan. I think we will win 10 because Phoenix play Brooklyn tomorrow, another New York team. Brooklyn Nets, they back on track. You know what I mean? They back in the win column and they back at number 1. Number 1? Yeah, like number 1, 1, 1, 1. Back number 1, slightly though. Philly is kind of, you know what I mean? And then Monday they come play us. So we'll see. We'll keep you posted with that. You know what I mean? Now that we got that out the way. I mean, it's not an NBA video. You know what I mean? Just got to give props to my New York Knickerbockers. And while we doing that, you know what I mean? We're going to rock out to some Bombs Beats a little bit. You know what I mean? Talk about this other story. You know what I mean? That's Bombs Beats, by the way. You can go to bombsbeats.com to get official fire beats like this. You know what I'm saying? That's for the rappers. That's, you know what I mean? You're struggling in that department. I understand. It's cold out there. So, the scumbag, the scum of the earth that did the shooting in Chicago, killed that little girl, Jasmine Adams. May she rest in peace. May Allah have mercy on her and give her family the strength that they need in these, you know, grievous times. Now I mean, these times is, I'm sure, you know, not easy to deal with. But the guy got out. The father got out, as I had said. Have you seen the other video I did when I was talking about him? I'm gonna talk about him just a little bit more right now. So he was out, and when they first reported, they were saying he was being uncooperative with the authorities. You know what I mean? Laid up in the hospital, injured, you know, not dead, and he was not cooperating. And I was saying that, yeah, he not gonna cooperate because he's street affiliated. He gang, and you know what it is. Like, that's pretty much snitching. It's telling, even though his daughter was murdered. You know what I mean? We're gonna get back on the get back when it's time to get back. That was my thinking. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. Again, I'm not condoling. This is gonna lead us to the next story in a second. I'm not condoling the violence, but this is life, and it is what it is. Because I don't think nobody really could tell me personally if something like that happened to my child, to, you know what I mean, just let it be. Give it to God now. No, I'm not giving it to God. I'm gonna send you to God and then deal with it afterwards. That's just how I feel. Maybe you know what I mean? That's just how I feel. I'm sure a lot of people is with me on that, whether right or wrong. I'm not saying it's right. However, I'm not saying he worked with authorities, but when he got out the hospital, you know, he was up there crying and, you know, in grief, feeling the sorrow, feeling the pain, as he should. That's his child. You know what I mean? No matter his actions, he should feel that way because that's his child. He like, I want justice, I want this, I want that. And so far, justice has been swift. They caught the scum of the earth, one of the scum of the earth, and I think it was 2 people. Could have been more. No matter how many people it was, I hope they catch all of them. Throw them all under the jail. Then close the jail down on them. Like, no remorse. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they caught homie on the highway or whatever. He was driving with his family. It was a crazy chase or whatever had happened. They caught him, had two burners with him, and he locked up now. So shouts to the department for making it swift. You know what I mean? They say if you're familiar with 48 Hours, it's a big popular show, and they say most murders, you know, if they go unsolved within the first 48 hours, then the chances is slim of them, you know what I mean? Like the first 48 hours is crucial. That's where they get the most information, the most leads. People is telling people, the trail is fresh, if you will, and the good detectives, you know, get the work done. So the thing is, like, his past should be taken. Like, I mean, and his street activity and all that should be, he should bury that. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be, you know how to do like what Mace did when he left the rap game and went and gave himself to the Lord and all that. Like, your days in the street should be over, bro. Like, you should be the head of the programs for the youth in Chicago to lead the streets alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should never be involved in the streets again. Never, ever, 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 because of what happened. And it's like, you want justice? Yeah, I mean, like, you supposed to handle your own justice, because there's no way in the world, like I said, if that happened to me, that I could leave it to even while the police is doing what they're gonna do, I'm gonna be doing my own investigation as to who I think could have did it. And just like the Mitch and Paid in Full, like that scene when he was in the car mad, like, yo, anybody that look at me, anybody that ever owed me money, I'm telling you, be like red, like all the way red. And we all know that it's his fault. Like, he got his daughter killed, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? For his actions, street being involved in the streets, pissing on the grave, dancing on the grave, and doing all that fuckboy shit that he did that he thought was gangster. You know what I mean? So now he don't look too gangster. You know what I mean? You out the hospital, you look hurt, you look bad. It's like you whining. It's like, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when the roosters come home and roost, as Malcolm X said. You know what I mean? This is what happens. This is what you reap. You know what I mean? The seeds you planted is what happens. And again, that little girl she didn't deserve that at all. She didn't deserve that. But it happened, and it's due to him. It's his fault. He got to sleep with that. He got to hold that till he die. He got to sleep with that on his conscience till he die. You know what I mean? Rightfully so. So that's why the only thing that can make it right, in my opinion, is he got to save babies from getting killed now. He got to let his daughter be the martyr and never let this happen again if he can do something about it. And I think that would maybe make him sleep better at night. Like it's a line of a whole song that said, so if you think you can make it this far without a fight, couple mistakes here and there, but it's all right. But I'm always real. That's how I sleep at night. I sleep like a baby at night, because I'm not out here doing no fuck shit. I'm not out here, you know what I mean, doing no greaseball scumbag, scum of the earth shit. You know what I mean? I don't walk outside and I'm constantly looking like this. And plus, my belief is when it happens, it's gonna happen. It's like, well, it's nothing I can do about it. Hold it down, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? But I think if he would be the voice and start trying to lead the youth, I don't know if he's built like that, if that's his character, if he got it in him to do something like that, because that's a tedious work. You know what I mean? Even though some of the people that's working now, you know, for the people, the Black Lives Matter and people in these cities and stuff, they getting recognition like crazy. Because I was about to say it's not a rewarding job. I mean, it's self-rewarding knowing that you're making a change, a possible change, even if it's saving one life. So his job from now on, in my opinion, again, after he mourn and get over with, he should be the voice for all the babies, man. He should be the voice for all the babies. And being how he was, gang, he should be one of the people that can go talk to the gang, because I'm sure he know who they are. To say, yo, my daughter passed. My daughter was killed wrongfully so. She should have never died like this. And because of this, I'm going to dedicate my life to her. Like Ghost did in the Power series. Yeah, like after his daughter got killed, what did he do? He tried to get the foundation. He tried to do all these things in honor of his daughter. You know what I'm saying? As this dude should. Moving on, it's another story coming out. And this story is how this connecting for two things. One, I'm not telling nobody to break no laws on here. Like Hove, another Hove reference. Over here, if you still new and you still tuning in, over here we do sports, hip hop, motivations, popavisms 101, and interviews. You know what I'm saying? So this is how this is all relating. So if you still around, we want you to stick around. You know what I mean? And before you leave, again, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button and notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Yeah. All right. So with that being said, this next story, right? And before I get to the next story, I'm not telling you to break no laws. I'm not telling you to kill nobody. I'm not telling you to rob nobody. I'm not telling you to sell no drugs. I'm not telling you to beat your loud ass baby mama up. Ladies, I'm not telling you to throw bleach in his eye, rip up his car. I'm not telling you to do none of that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this guy right here, Stevens Broderick. So he's a former sheriff out of Texas who last year resigned 2020 on the pandemic, you know what I mean? Last year resigned for some sexual allegations with a minor or a child, you know what I mean? Married, you know what I mean? Gets out on bail and, you know, pays himself out and all that. Follows one of the YouTubers who I now follow, who's in the manosphere, the red pill. Like I told y'all, I'm in these YouTube streets. I'm in these YouTube alleyways, and they should have never let me, like, yo, I'm here now. Yeah, I'm here now. And they should have never let me. But anyway, so one of the YouTubers who I follow, you know what I mean, I like his content and I think it's good. His name is Coach Greg Adams, you know what I'm saying? And he practices and teaches the free agent lifestyle. You know what I mean? If you want to hear more about that, then you can go, you know what I mean, check it out or whatever. You know what I mean? But this guy, Stephen Broderick, follows him. Like, you know what I mean? There's a Patreon and all that. Follows his you know, his message, you know, so to speak. And a lot of flack is or the side eye is now coming over here. Like, you know what I mean? What is this guy talking about? What is this guy preaching? What's going on to make this guy a father, married man, you know what I mean? Kids, bail himself out, get out on bail, then come out, you know what I'm saying? And kill his wife and his daughter and the daughter boyfriend. Like, Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Like, yeah, we in the end game. Like, we all the way in the end game. And when you hear a story like this, you say, damn, like, dog, like, I know you, I mean, no matter your reasons, no matter how mad you are, what your wife may have did, if that's the case, right? If that's the case. If that's the case, I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail. Or you come out, you know what I mean, and you do an act. This is a heinous act. This is an egregious act. Like, what? Why would you kill your daughter? I mean, like, I don't get it. Obviously, sicko, gotta be. But then you say, nah, but he was a cop. He was one of the good guys. He was here to protect and to serve. Then you get the sexual allegation, you know what I mean, with a child or a minor. go to prison, bail out, or go, you know, get locked up, bail out, and then I don't know how many months later, maybe 4 or 5 months, you crash your car into your wife and your daughter, get out the car, murk both of them, and then the boyfriend that was there too, innocent bystander. Like, so prayers and condolences to their family, you know what I mean? He had a son who also was present. I'm not sure of the age, so I don't want to say the age. Didn't kill him. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. And all praises due that he didn't kill him. At least he had some type of mercy. But the mercy that you spared is like, this child gonna have to grow up without, you know, father's gone, under the jail. Then let the jail fall on you. No mother, no sister, by itself. Like, you pretty much left him dolo in the world. And it's like, damn, man, this is, like I told y'all on the end of the other video, it's so much stories like this. That's why I was like, sheesh. But I'm bringing it up to say, like, yeah, none of my subscribers, and I'm on the low, I'm at the bottom of the totem pole right now. Like, we all, who you? Like, yo, CEO, turn my lights out. Who you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who are you? You nobody. You a day room. I wasn't, you know what I mean? But you're nobody in this sense, you know what I mean? So I'm being funny and I'm making fun of it, you know what I mean? But for the future, because we're not going to stay like this. Like, yeah, they should have never, yeah. And over here, we deal in full transparency. That means if you're not hiding, then I can see you behind it, you know what I mean? And you definitely can see me because it's open. You know what I mean, I don't really have nothing to hide. I tell what I want to tell. I'm not telling all my business, but you know, for the most part, for the channel and all that, it's for learning purposes. Maybe somebody in the back can learn from, you know, I'm a former knucklehead or somebody like myself, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm also doing it for, to give some type of, you know, guidance, if you will, some type of mentorship, if you will, a word to the right. You know what I mean? For the brothers and even for the sisters that want to take a listen. So it's like, yeah, I'm never going to tell y'all. So you never, just in case, you know what I mean? You never, and also, I also want to say this too on this video. I don't know what video this is like now. It's probably like my 100 and something video. You know what I mean? Like, I'm probably getting close to 160. Yeah, we getting up there. We moving on up. Every day trying to bring y'all the real, the raw, the uncut, the authentic, that feeling. Yeah, like, oh, no, we can't rock with that, though. You know what I mean? So, I'm never going to overdose. You know what I mean? You never, they caught Lee, and Lee found in the hotel, found in his car, none of that. Like, and then for the people that know me, I already know y'all going to be like, no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Never going to see me overdose on nothing. Like, overdose on life, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Unless you, know what I mean? Unless you put some fairy dust in the bud. That's about it. You know what I mean? And I don't even go hard with it like that. So, you know, just for the people in the back, because you hear, like, we waiting to see, you know, I'm going to deviate just a little bit. You hear the shock G's, like, no trauma. The last couple of videos I seen that he posted, you know what I mean? Full of life. Look healthy, look vibrant. And, you know, he could have passed of, you know, of natural causes. But we hear too many of these stories, the Pimp C's and, you know, all these celebrities and all that. And again, I'm not up here, you know what I mean? So I doubt they're going to knock me off that way, but Allah knows best. But I'm not telling you to break no laws, and you definitely not going to, you know what I mean? If you hear a case where I passed, you know what I mean? Because we all, do you think about when you out of here? Fly video and radio, you're like out of here? Yeah, I'm going to be out of here too one day. The end game, Tony, there was no other way. And the end game, like that, it could be tomorrow, you know what I mean? But it won't be from no suicide, and it won't be from no overdose. One, I don't believe in suicide. I'm not taking my own life. I'm not doing that. For the people that, you know, that have done it, prayers to you. May the Most High have mercy on your soul. I don't believe in that. I'm not gonna ever do that under no circumstances. You know what I'm saying? No circumstances. Yeah, no circumstances. And I'm not gonna overdose on nothing. On nothing. You know what I mean? Now, if I get older and I need medication, I may mix the wrong medication possibly, but yeah, you get the point. You know what I'm saying? So back to this, guys. Like, none of the subscribers, they giving, you know, Coach Greg Adams, they kind of like looking now like, well, what are you preaching over here? What's the red pill? What's this manosphere? Like, what's the free agent lifestyle? the free agent lifestyle is like, yeah, I'm not getting caught up with none of these women. Like I recognize my value and what I bring to the table, and I'm gonna just keep it on the hot. We can have fun and all that, but I'm not getting involved like that because the system is set up for me to lose. Marriage, get divorced, child support, have babies, child support. Like the system is set up for me not to win. And he was married, I mean, got divorced, had child support issues, and obviously he fought his way up out of that, and now he's very successful and he do well. He got a lot of followers and a lot of people rock with his message. You know what I'm saying? And again, if you're not familiar with who I'm talking about, you can just go on YouTube, you know what I mean? After you finish watching this video, liking this video, sharing this video, you can go check him out. Coach Greg Adams, 9 little built, bald head, dark skinned brother with the beard. Yeah, that's him. You know what I mean? And you know, we all grown and we all responsible for our actions at some point in time if you're a person that takes accountability for yourself, you know what I mean? Even just a little bit, you know what I mean? Nobody can make you do anything unless the gun is to your head. Then it's like, yeah, you're going to do X, Y, Z, or I'm going to kill you. Choice is yours. Like Thanos when he had the stone to Thor's head, it's like you have a preference. Like, give me the stone or this nigga's dead. Do you have a preference? So, you know, we can't dictate or predict what people are gonna do that follow. And sometimes people can get overzealous, and you even see it, like I said, when everybody got a platform and we go to these different channels and all that. Like, if you disagree, like the people in the comments, what they're following, they like, go that way. Don't come over here on this platform, you know, talking about men ain't shit. For instance, like the manosphere. If you're a woman or something like that, or even if you're a man and you go over there and you disagree with a little bit, they'll be like, bro, go that way. This is not the spot for you. And vice versa. Because I told y'all I'm in these YouTube streets. I'm in these YouTube alleyways. I'm on these different channels in the comments to see what we thinking out here. What's the temperature? And even if you just make a slight little comment, it don't even got to be a disagreement. They be like, well, why are you on here? You know what I mean? Why are you over here? And then even on Cam, you know what I mean? Shout outs to Cam, Harlem Stand Up. You know what I mean? Shout outs to the killer. Just did his interview on with Drink Champs was real enlightening. But he got a little post like, yeah, you know, people they come in your house, you know what I mean? They don't like your drapes and they don't like your seats. And you're like, well, why the fuck you here then? You know what I mean? It's like, get out. And that's a different scenario. They coming in your house, but I get the picture he was painting. But it's like, yeah, we can't. Where do we disagree at? Or where can I, just because I don't agree with you, where do I get to state my disagreement at? So now what it is, it's like, yeah, instead of me just saying one comment and disagree because I may get blocked or the vultures gonna come get you like, yo, take that this way. Why you on this page? You know what I mean? Go that way. You got to do you got to do a video on your own platform. But the point is that people could get overzealous, like fans and the NBA and actors and shit and weirdos stalking you and all that. Yeah, if you got a big following on any of these platforms, people could get overzealous. You got defenders for certain, you know, like YouTubers and all that or different platforms. And I get it. It is what it is. But yeah, Lee not telling nobody to break the law. Lee not never going to commit suicide. And it's like, yeah, like also be mindful of what you're saying. That's why I don't get overzealous and crazy and try to get the shock value. Like, you know what I mean? All the WNBA, you know, women is not lesbian bitches and ugly. Like, you know what I mean? That's shock value to me because it's not true. Some of them look hella good, like, you know what I'm saying? And athletic. And they could get it. Yeah, like they can get it. You know what I mean? And some of them are not attractive. You know what I mean? So it's both ways. A lot of times shit be for shock value. Last story, you know what I mean? And this going to tie into a Popavism 101. You know what I mean? What the channel was about. So rapper FIVIOFOREIGN, you know what I mean? Big Drip. Fall in love with a like, you know what I mean? And then he did a song with Drake, Demons, and I think he on that song too with Nas and Ferg, if I'm not mistaken, Spicy. I think he on that song. But anyway, a couple days ago, you know what I mean, he got put himself in a bad situation. Was just a regular, supposed to be going to the bank, either to make a big donation or to take some money out. Either way, it didn't go good for him. Was in the parking space, or how the story is coming out, where he shouldn't have been. An officer approached or whatever, You know, instead of just giving him the ticket, I think he asked for a ticket or whatever the case. He tried to like walk away from him when the officer requested his ID. And if you got better details than me, then that's cool. But the point is, he turned that into running, you know what I mean? And officers giving chase, finding him in the parking lot out there in Jersey, you know what I mean? And then getting bagged with a gun that he supposedly tossed, that the serial numbers is scratched off or whatever that's worth. Like, for people that don't know, like, the serial numbers get scratched so they can't trace if it's, you know, the gun is dirty or it was, you know, used for a murder, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like, damn, doggy, like, that Big Drip song, I believe, got, since the time that it came out on Spotify, I think the little clip that I was looking at, got 47 million streams. Like, 40, like the lotto is 45, like, yeah, like, not 1.5, 45, like, you, shit, yeah, yes, that's big, you know what I mean? Even though it's a stream, I mean, people was loving the music. They loving you out here on the streets. And for you to get caught up, you know what I mean? And then also have prior cases is like, again, rappers, rap is out of control. And who's in these dudes' circles? Like, bro, why are you carrying a gun? Don't you get paid? Like, ain't that below your pay grade? Like, it should be. I mean, like, you know, if you feel you gotta, you know, and I'm in the comments with the story where I seen to that, like, yeah, you gotta always bring your gun. And other people like, yeah, my mama told me if I gotta bring a gun, then I don't need to be going there. And then it's like, yeah, but I gotta protect myself. And you know, it's ugly out here in the streets. See that purge mask? That's for the Knicks winning 9 games. That's for this dude, you know what I mean, Steven Broderick, you know what I mean, killing his family. It's for a lot of reasons. Like, yeah, we in the end game. We are in the end game. You know what I mean? And you know, for the police catching El Fivio, the scum of the earth out there in Chicago, and for her father, that's why the mask be blinking in here sometime, because it's ugly out here in them streets. And my thing is like, you going to the bank, you already had run-ins with the law. You a felon. You made it to the rap game. Like your music is getting 45 million streams. You lit. You litty in the city. Papa Willie, we litty. You know what I mean? Like, you litty. What's the gun for? 25, you know what I mean? 25 or whatever. And I get it. You know, you used to keep a deuce and you know what I mean? You know, and your bubble goose and you know what I mean? Your Tim boots and all that. Have somebody else do that shit. Have the Dojas or somebody that's below you. And I'm not, it is what it is. People are like, oh, that's how y'all look at it? Yeah, that's why it's muscle. And that's, you know what I mean? Everybody has a role to play. You know what I mean? You want to be affiliated or you rolling with the roll, then you hold a burner. You know what I mean? And again, it's also security. Yeah, like you can also pay for security though. What you carrying a gun for? It's a felony. So you go from getting a $150 ticket, at least in New York, you know what I mean? I don't know, Jersey, by a hydrant or wherever you parked at, to prison? You know what I mean? On a gun charge? Like, and you got felony and you got your case pending. So I just don't get the thinking. Like, what you smoking the good. You smoking the good. The packaging, yeah. You want niggas that like the weed inside the packaging with Yu-Gi-Oh and all that on it. Pokemon, yeah, you smoking the good weed. To do some dumb stuff like that, bro. Mr. Officer, how may I help you? We part right. Here got my ID. I'm not the one driving. You know what I mean? Or I was running in the bank real quick. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case is. Like, what's the running for? You panicking? For what? I just don't get it and I don't understand it. And it's like, again, who is around? Where's the road man? It's like, and I get it. He could have been running. He could have been just doing his everyday errands. Like, I'm going to the bank. And I got the studio. Then I pick my mom's up. Then I got to do X, Y, Z. I'm out and about doing what I do, and I'm carrying. You know what I mean? Get somebody that's licensed to carry lawfully instead of doing the bonehead. Like, what makes you take off? They ain't asked to search you. To my knowledge, they ain't asked to pat you down like, oh, you look suspicious. You gotta, you know what I mean? Like, what you take off for? Now they got a reason to chase you down. Like, oh, this guy's guilty. And I give y'all this last thing before I get out of here. I did some boneheaded stuff too. So again, I'm not up here looking down like, yeah, you know what I mean? I never made a mistake before. I never did some dumb shit. So anybody that did dumb shit, y'all just stupid. How I say, yo, you stupid. Nah, like you dumb. Nah, I'm saying it for like, we all make mistakes, but it is consequences to being stupid. So, you know, I remember one time I had did a joint, a jukes inside of a store. You know what I mean? We stayed in there too long. Posing, I got arrested. Police comes in, you know what I mean? And once they pulled up, it was no running out and wasn't banging it out with the police at the time. So I just started putting the clothes back, you know what I mean, that we was taking. Yeah, stealing shit. You know what I mean? Putting the stuff back, you know what I mean? Looking like I work in the store instead of panicky. Police come in, ask a couple of questions and all that, and we was just about to get away. You know what I mean? Calm, cool, and collective. Even though inside your heart is like this. You know what I'm saying? And they was just about to leave until, you know, one of the officers like, let me just take one look to the back real quick. You know what I mean? And then when they went to the back, seen, you know what I mean, seen what it was. Oh shit, get down, you know what I mean? And woo, woo, woo. And this is, you know what I mean, this is all real in the real life. Yeah, you know what I mean? So my thing is like, yeah, you panicked, you had the burner on you and you ran. Obviously you wasn't that fast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wasn't that fast. They caught you, tossed the gun, or I think he tossed the gun, then got caught him. So maybe he could beat it. You know what I mean? Hopefully he do beat it. But rappers, man, the target is on y'all. That's another thing. So it's not like, you know, before. It's hip hop police now. They on Clubhouse. They on these different platforms and they watching, waiting and plotting to see what it is, to catch the next victim. Like LeBron said, you next. You next. He catching a lot of flack behind that. Like I said, I ain't going to really roast him like that too much because to my knowledge, besides this and the decision, that man's been spotless, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Point it out if you feel otherwise. If you got police making TikTok videos about LeBron now, and you got other channels, I found some black conservative, and I like the brother, but I think his last video was, you a little off, bro. You a little off. You know what I mean? But I don't agree with everybody because I'm not a yes man. But with that being said, it's like, yeah, the target is on you. And they like, you're next. Uncle Sam wants you. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to just be mindful and be smart. You know what I mean? Like, there's really no need to play both sides of the road. Just like I said, you can't be a gang member and a family man, especially if you active. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't. It don't go together. Rapping in the street shit, even though it's inspired, it's based off it. A lot of us come from the streets. We trying to break away from the streets. So that element is kind of going to always be there. But once you get in and make it to 45 million streams, I don't feel there's no need to do that no more. You know what I mean? Have security. Have security. Pay. That's what it costs to be the boss. Pay to be the boss. You paid your way to be the boss, so just have a security with you, my brother. That's it. Or if you don't want to go that route, like, oh, you traveling with the police, like how people are classified, like, oh, that nigga running with the police. Every time you see him, and then everything is not for everybody. Like, you ain't going to be a Styles P or certain artists, and I bring them up because I see Styles, you know what I mean, a few times, like, you know what I mean, and certain other artists, X, rest in peace. No, you don't need none of that because you're respected of who you are. Everybody can't be that way. You ain't, you know, so you may need security, and there's nothing wrong with that. You trying to stay safe. You trying to get home to your family. You trying to keep getting those chicken dinners and those wins. Like the Knicks, yeah, and we going to end it on that. It's your boy POPAVIST. You now tuned in to POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, so we might fuck up some things. We authentic, that's a fact. That feeling back in here, one more again. Yeah, kid.